Thanks everyone for joining. Really appreciate your time and I promise inshallah we'll make this fruitful for you. I want to very quickly introduce the team. I want to give a quick introduction. Then we're going to zoom in and Hani will show you some of the use cases we have for the telco industry. And he's going to show some live use cases. And if we got time as well, we're going to show a demo. I have here with me Hani Al-Ghanim. He's our senior solution consultant. He will be the primary speaker today. We have Sudha, she's our business consultant. Then we have Rima and Patrushka. They are from our marketing team. They're the awesome people responsible for this webinar. And we have Partik, he's our head of solution consulting for Asia. So team, the way this is going to be a focus session for telco, as I mentioned. So what I will do, I would just going to give a quick intro and then I'll hand it over to Hani. Please, during the session, if you have any question, you can leave it on the chat where our team, Sudha and Partik, can answer that directly to you. Or you can raise your hand and when Hani give the signal on a pause, you can ask your question live as well during the presentation. There will be some pauses for a question. Please make this conversational as much as possible. We love to take your questions. All right, so let's start, Hani, with the session. So first, I'll give very quick overview about Uniphore. And Uniphore is a company focused. It's one of the biggest AI native company in the world. We started in 2008. And we've been focusing since then on the AI applications. And we started on the NLP for speech recognition, natural language processing. And that's where the main focus on the AI at that time, which is to understand language. And after that, we start developing more application around AI. And the reason for it is that at one time, if you go just a year back and you think about the domain of AI, it was about automation and augmentation. And this was the main focus for Uniphore. I'm going to expand on this concept for a minute. But for us, we came in, we expanded globally. We are available now in more than 25 countries. We have offices in this part of the world. We have in UAE and in Saudi. And as you see, part of our investors as well are Mubadala, and we have Sanabo. We have Iron Pillars. We have many actually of the investors in the region. Of course, we have global investors as well, one of the most known in the industry. Recently, a year actually back, I think we took almost 400 million at $2.5 billion valuation. We're still a private company, but we are well funded and we are delivering very well into the revenue side as well as a subscription model. All right. So as I said, if you look at the domain of the AI, if you just go a year back and you look at the AI, you will find that AI was more of the automation and augmentation side. And this is where Uniphore actually was focusing for almost 12-ish years. And during that time, we were looking very pragmatically on what is the area where we can drive the highest ROI for our customer. And it was on the area where there was a lot of people and the process was consistent, which was the contact center, telesales, and collection. And this is where Uniphore started to expand and focus. And after that, things start moving, since actually 2018, we start using generative AI inside this use case, focusing on that area. Now, fast forward another 2 years, since 2020, we start expanding our solution into the enterprise side. And we start having more applications across the enterprise beyond contact center collection and telesales. So the focus of this session today, we're going to focus on the conversational AI part for these domain, for contact center collection and telesales. And anybody have any interest to talk about this, we talk about the extension for the enterprise, we can absolutely talk about it. If you go, Hani, to the next slide. So one of the main thing actually, and one of the biggest differentiator I would call, and one of the most important thing when it's come to the customers as well, when it's come to the Uniphore, which is Uniphore have a unique approach to the AI, which is a platform approach. And why this is important? This is important because of a problem being created now. And if you look at the major problem that we see organizations, we see and Telco, because they are one of the fastest in technology adoption, is that they are creating what we call it a siloed AI investment approach. And this is remind me when I begin my career of the same problem that started on the multi-channel. When multi-channel start coming in and organizations start investing in these channels in silo, digital, web, mobile, social, and so on and so forth, voice. So it was fragmented. And then this is like reach its peak in almost 2010. And then after that, start finding a solution across channel and so on and so forth. In 2013, bringing a solution to that as a model, which is the omni-channel, to solve the problem that it created from that siloed approach. Now, what we see today is organization is doing the same. They are doing a siloed approach investment on the AI. And this is actually will create a bigger problem than what happened in the past 2 centuries, and the reason in the multi-channel domain, and the reason for it that the AI is actually a learning entity. So the problem actually will be more massive because it's not a static application; it's a dynamic learning application. So the moment you realize the problem and then you start saying, "I want to unify because that's impacting my customer experience, impacting my total cost of ownership, impacting my operational cost." Impacting a lot of things actually that is going to be impacted, then you come and say, I want to solve that problem. The solution you will start creating, which is an Omni AI solution, is actually you need to sacrifice some of the learning entity that is you put there. So that will be a bigger problem. So actually what we see now is this is one of the main things that we are trying to help our customers to look at, which is think about AI as an omni AI strategy. Think strategically about it, but start tactically. And Unifor at the get-go, they opted with what we call a platform approach. And the platform approach, what we do is we ingesting capability inside a unified platform. And then we start deploying these as a Lego approach, and you start enable them as a Lego so that you can use it in the best way possible to solve your problem. What happens with that, regardless of the use case you try, you will have a singular AI model that actually train inside any use case, regardless of the starting point that you do, and it train across all the use cases. And that's become extremely important from all aspects, from consistency. When you build a conversational AI, you build it once, deploy it everywhere, or if you have it from an internal centric and so on and so forth. Anything that you build, actually, you will benefit of it across the whole organization. So, and that's what we call it as an X platform. And you see, we build up inside this X platform as Unifor start coming. We build up a great capability within it that's been used as a Lego, which is conversational AI capability, tonal emotion, knowledge AI, behavioral AI, and embedded with automation capability, so that we actually bring the best use cases in a unified basis. So to reflect that into the customer journey, if you go ahead into the next slide. So what do we do if you look at just from the customer journey? And this is going to be our focus now on the session. So Unifor, we look at the customer journey from the point where we start conversing with the customer. And this is, we have our conversational self-serve, where an AI is communicating with the customers, communicating with the human. And in that portion, what we have at the get-go from this platform approach is we have a singular AI that communicates with the customer regardless of the channel they use. So if they started from the voice or chat or social or messaging, regardless what, you will have a singular AI that conversing with the customer. So you build it once with a low-code, no-code platform, and then you deploy it everywhere, so that the customers actually is communicating with the singular AI that learn and adopt and so on and so forth, regardless of the channel of use. Now, there is much more nuance and capability into this. Han is going to cover this, but I would just want to maintain the theme of the importance of the platform. Now, the moment the AI is communicating, for any reason, when the customer decides to communicate with a human being, the AI will make sure to transfer the call or move the call to the human, the most suited human being, which will be an agent, telesales, or contact center agent, or collection agent. You will transfer that with all the data that is happening inside the AI, with all the intelligence that's required. Now the agent is communicating with the customer. Now what happens in that case? You will have the same AI will stay on the conversation, listening to that conversation and learning if what is happening with communicating with the agent. So it will become better every time a customer contacts us again. But at the same time, when the AI has a high level of confidence of what is happening, will start recommending the agent the next best action. So what if you start seeing the tone of the customer changing, we'll recommend a notification on that, and you can build a workflow around it, like notify supervisor or telling the agent that the customer is getting upset. So do this, or recommend something to the agent. And at the same time, will be embedded with a knowledge AI, what we call it AI knowledge driven. So we'll bring any knowledge that is happening on the enterprise, and we'll bring it to that agent so that it will serve the customer in best way possible. And the fourth thing, we embedded this AI with an RPA capability. So in case there is a process need to be initiated, certain fees need to be waived, there is a billing issue that is need to be addressed, whatever it is, that is a process that is there. So the AI can initiate, or the agent can initiate what we call it an attended RPA to automate that process. And instead of telling the customer, can I put you on hold, opening a different system and enter information, you can rely on the RPA to do this. So now the moment as well the conversation finish, what we find out that most of the people recontact the organization again, because there is a promise that's been made that's going to call you again, we're going to solve this billing issue, whatever it is, but actually the organization didn't fulfill that promise. So what we can deliver is what we call it a promise management. And that's one of the use cases we have of non-attended RPA, where any promise is going to be made is going to be registered, and the AI will make sure that this promise is going to be fulfilled to the end. And after this conversation finish, we will have the AI doing a full summarization for the call. So actually it will do a full automation for what we call it after call work. So automate that process, and we can automate more than 80% of that process. It can be up to 100%. So we summarize the conversation, we categorize that conversation, we save it wherever you want, and then we can automate certain processes as well. Now, after all this conversation finish, the platform will ingest all the conversation around what we call it conversational AI, and then it provide you a real-time and a historical as well analytics of what is happening on what happens in your conversations. And that can vary. The use cases for this can be humongous. It can vary from operational metrics like the best agent, from equality metrics, from fully automating the quality process. Did the agent greet the customer? Was he knowledgeable? Did he mention his name? So you get the point. We can actually listen to other conversation, and we can automate that process. Or it can be things around the voice of customer and customer experience metrics. We monitor the tone of the customers. Have we solved their issue? Was it an FCR conversation? And so on and so forth. So we start measuring actually voice of customer based on 100% of the conversation. And then we provide as well analytics around verticalization. So about certain products, did they mention your products? Did they mention the competition? Do a competition analysis of what is mentioned during the conversation, or a product feedback, and so on and so forth. So you start getting analytics across all area, and this can be a catalyst as well for you to learn and start optimizing and learning, and so on and so forth. Now, just the important for you to remember of this is that all of this is built across a singular AI, because we actually deliver a platform, a story. So you'll have, regardless where your starting point, let's say you wanted to start with a conversational insight. You started at just getting the analytics part. So if you get in that, what happens is in this area, the AI will be learning, and then learning will be educating. Then you will look at it and see how the AI is actually transcribing the call, how it's summarizing it, how it's figuring out the intent, why people is going to provide you the analytics. Then actually the more you become a believer, like, you know what, I believe now in this AI, I believe it does what it's supposed to do, and it can deliver the promises. So then you start actually taking the use cases, maybe to have that AI conversing with the customer with a full confidence that this is going to deliver the accuracy that you are looking for, and the ROI that is you're looking for. So I want to stop here. I want to hand it over to Hani. He will walk you through the solution. But before we give it to Hani, if you have any question, any thoughts as well, you can go ahead. If there's any question, we can take it. Otherwise, Hani, please continue.
So as Mamoun explained, we have like the X platform, which is the base for our products and the customer journey. The journey that we saw, it's not like only for the customer journey. This is cover also the employee journey, which is like the employee experience. The good thing about the X platform, before going to the product in detail, I would like to highlight that the way we could implement this one, this could be like on-prem or local cloud or international cloud. And the X platform, we're supporting different languages, including Arabic with different dialects, mainly for mainly 3 categories of the dialects, the GCC dialects, Levant, and the Egyptian dialects. So we are doing it very much. And because we are using like machine learning, so we can add more variants of the dialects or the mixture between these dialects based on the provided data that we can get from your contact center, from recorded calls, from the conversation with the customers, and ingest it into our AI to build a specific model related to your business and understand your customers' dialect as well as your service catalog that you can provide. Also, we have like a ready-made packages, which is like domain-specific packages, which having like some specific packages related to the telecom company. I will explain that in the coming slide as well. And on top of this X platform that Mamoun explained, we have like main 3 products we can touch upon in the customer journey. And you can start with the self-serve, which is like customer service, self-service that can be enabled on a voice bot, chatbot, visual IVR, and the mixture between them. So you can start the conversation with a virtual assistant in a voice, and then you can continue with a chat, and you can have it also in multimodal, which is like a multimedia communication between the virtual agent and the customer. I will show you one example on that. And the AI can detect when is the call is required to be transferred to the human agent. At that time, the AI will decide just to move the call to the human agent and passing all the information that collected so the agent can pick up the call and help the customer without asking or repeat the questions again. So when the call coming to the agent, now we will employ an AI model which will listen to the call in real time, analyze the call in real time in milliseconds, and provide the agent with additional support. Kind of support that we support the agent is like a wizard-like call flow, and we have like a next best action that coming based on the conversation. Provide the agent with the required data and the expected answer question for the customer's question on fly. And also it will give you additional information that can be extracted from a customer profile as a CRM or backend system in order just to give a full context about the customer requirement and the customer segmentation. So this is during the call. And if there is any promises happen during this call, the AI will listen to that and make sure these promises are fulfilled. After the call ends, for sure, the AI will summarize the call and provide the categorization based on the conversation itself. The UI analyzer is coming just to be like the post-call analytics. It will give you a detailed analytics of the conversation, including operational and business KPIs. We will talk about it later and to show you some more about the dashboard and the reporting that we can provide. You can see on top of that some of our customers and references in telecom sector. And again, this is like something we can utilize it in different use cases. Now I will drill down on the customer journey that Mamoun explained, just to show how every one of these products can utilize and provide a value for the telecom sector. So we will focus now in new self-serve, which covering like mainly conversation self-serve and intelligent transfer. I will leave you with a short video, then we can have a further discussion after that. So this video will explain how the scenario will start with the voice bot, then we can deflect it into chatbot or multimodal communication. So I leave you with this video, then we can have a further discussion.
Welcome to M1. I am Emma, your virtual assistant. How can I help you today? You can ask something like buy a phone, purchase a SIM, or broadband services.
I would like to buy an iPhone.
I can help you with that. I am going to send you a text with a link which will make it easier. Just click on the link and put your phone on speakerphone, and I'll stay on the line with you and guide you through as well.
So now the voice would send a link. This could be like a notification to mobile application, or
we have some great promotions currently on our iPhones. You can get up to $300 off if you get the bespoke contract. Select from any one of the options available on your screen to see details.
Do your iPhones have 5G?
We have 5G plans supported on our phones with 5Go Plus Booster Plan. Our true 5G standalone network provides increased reliability, 4 times faster speeds than 5G non-standalone networks and 10 times faster speeds than 4G networks. This means instantaneous downloads, lag-free HD video calls, and lag-free gaming across 75% of Singapore. See the comparisons shown.
Comparison in visual way.
You have multiple color options and memory to choose from. Select one of the colors and memory size. We have various plans to choose from for buying iPhone 13 Pro. Bespoke Flexi, Bespoke Contract, and Bespoke SIM only. And the best one for iPhone 13 Pro would be Bespoke Contract.
What is bespoke contract?
Bespoke Contract is a 2-year contract mobile plan that comes with a device of your choice. Now let's get your number sorted. Please select one of the options, pick a number, or keep my existing number to proceed further. Select one of the numbers of your choice and click on Checkout. Confirm the summary and select Pay Now to buy this phone. Let's get your details for shipping and billing purpose. Please fill in all the details required and click on Continue. Please fill in the card details and click on Pay Now. Great. You have successfully made the payment. You will have prorated subscription charges for the past month and full subscription charges for subsequent months' one-time charges, such as SIM card and registration for add-ons will also be charged. Is there anything else I can help you with? If not, you can hang up at any time. Otherwise, please say the issue.
How will I receive my bill?
Once your bill is generated, we will send you an email and SMS notification to view your e-bill via my Premier app. What else can I help you with?
Thank you so much.
Thank you for choosing us. Have a nice day.
Very much how the virtual assistant or the voice bot will work together with the multimodal communication in order just to serve the customer request. And this video shows how easy we can onboard customer for certain product or certain services, and we can guide him through the voice command along with the wizard-like. This wizard-like could be part of your mobile application, or it could be like a standalone application or a website. So the good thing about it that it's accept the command as a voice command, or it could be like selection from the menu or selection from the option in the menu, and it will be like a wizard. So this is like the way we can have ability to build any certain scenarios with a no-code, low-code platform, which will make it easy to modify and fine-tune and to test it on simulator before take it to the customers and publish it to the customers. And this is like have ability not only just to select from the options. As you can see, we can accept like document uploads or send some invoices or document to be downloaded to the customer. So it will be like a multimodal communication between virtual assistant and customer. And this will increase the self-service rate very much. So as you can see, there are many use cases we can apply, because this is like one platform. as you self-serve, which can be deployed as a voice bot, chatbot, visual IVR, or the mixture between them in one build. So I can build the call flow once, then I can decide this will be like a chat or voice or mixture between them using the visual IVR or using the RPA to do some certain transaction. And here you can find some use cases that we can do on the IVR, basic IVR, which is like the chatbot. The next level, which will be like the conversational AI, the same way you see here in this demo, is like the purchasing device or purchasing device insurance, credit request, and so on. Knowledge AI, this is something very important because we are depending on knowledge-based integration in order to ingest your knowledge that you have in your knowledge base or from other systems, frequently asked questions, in order just to populate it to the voice bot and chat bot. So the AI will utilize the generative AI functionality in order just to provide the answers and to provide the thing that suits the customer request based on the provided data as a bulk data. Like it could be like policies, it could be like documents, it could be frequently asked question link, any type of data we can have it ingested in order just to have additional data to be provided to the customer based on his queries. And again, the multimodal scenario, which we see it like the voice and the visual IVR working together in order just to fulfill the customer requirement and the customer onboarding for certain product and services. So this is in high level about the use self-serve, and we have like use cases that shows that we employ like use self-serve with a USS for a leading telecom company to utilize the multi-modal experience. And the result shows like there is a decrease in inbound calls because many of these calls handled by the virtual agent through the voice bot and chat bot. And also this is decreased like IT help desk from employees. So it will increase the self-service rate very much for the organization and let the agent focus on the task that require the human being to be engaged. So this is about you self-serve. I'll take a pause here just to see if you have any question before I move to the next product. I think we are good. So I'll move to the next one. Now we will talk about the U-Assist. U-Assist, as Mamoun explained, is something that assists the agent during the conversation and after the conversation. During the conversation, it will give him like next best action. It will give like the wizard-like call flow. This will help actually both not only the customer, this will help the agent very much in order just to have a consistent way to answer all the requests coming from different customers to the call center to get the right answer. This will help in the consistency. This will help in the compliance. This will help just to increase the upsell, cross-sell opportunity because everything will be ready for the agent and all the options will be in front of the agent so he can select from one unified agent desktop and no need to jump from one screen to another because usually call center agents spend a lot of time putting customer on hold in order just to fetch the data from other system or from knowledge management or from any third-party application or back-end system. So what we are doing here is just populating all the required information based on the conversation itself in front of the agent. I will take a minute just to show you this video, which will explain the 3 points here, which is like a real-time agent guidance, promise management during the conversation, and after call automation. So this will be like the touch point on the U-Assist part, which will help the agent. So this video will give you a scenario how things will work with the human agent and the customer. So this will be like a customer calling a human agent, and on the right side you can find the wizard-like and the next best action and the U-Assist product helping the agent. So he can answer the call, checking the information about the customer. This can come from like CRM application.
Thank you for calling Premier Telco. My name is Lauren. How can I help you today?
Hi, Lauren. Yeah, I definitely hope you can help me. My internet is extremely slow and is constantly disconnecting.
I can certainly help resolve your connectivity issues. To access your account, I will first need to verify the name and product you're having issues with.
Yeah, sure. My name is Jordan Jones, and the cable modem is the Mod 3000 series.
Yeah, thank you for verifying that information for me, Jordan. To confirm, you are experiencing connectivity issues at your main residence in Peachtree Corners?
Yes.
All right, Jordan. I see that your area is not currently experiencing an outage, so let's start a few troubleshooting steps together to improve your connectivity and get you back online. Is it all right if I proceed?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right, after further investigation, it looks like the next step is to reset the modem. I can do this for you remotely. It will take about 5 minutes to complete. During that time, you will not have access to the internet. Would you like for me to continue resetting the modem?
Yeah, go ahead. Whatever it takes to fix this.
While we wait for the modem to reset, I'm going to continue checking some diagnostics on your service. Please stay on the line until the reset is completed. All right, the modem reset doesn't seem to have resolved the issue, so I'm going to do a firmware update. This will just take a few moments. Thank you for your patience while we work through this together.
No problem.
Great news, Jordan. It appears that the firmware update was able to get your system back online. This should resolve your bandwidth issue. To further support your connectivity, may I send a link to the number you're calling from with some tips to help improve your Wi-Fi bandwidth throughout your home?
Yeah, sure. My Wi-Fi already seems to be working faster after the reset.
That's great. All right, Jordan, I have sent that text to you. Please let me know once you've received it.
Wonderful. Yeah, I got the text. I'll make sure to watch the video after I get off the call. I really appreciate your help.
I'm glad I could help resolve your connectivity issue today. And Jordan, I'm not sure if you're aware, but the support services for your Mod 3000 modem will expire within the next 2 weeks, as this is an introductory support service. To continue receiving support services after this initial 90-day period, you must purchase a support contract. Would you like to discuss these support contract options further?
Why would I need to pay more for support? Is this a faulty modem?
I understand your hesitancy, Jordan. However, connectivity issues can arise regardless of which product you're using for your home Wi-Fi network. Support contract services are there to provide expert technical support and a faster resolution when those issues arise. Knowing that you have an expert available to help resolve any issues can give you the tech support you need and the peace of mind you deserve. Would you like me to text you our support contract options to review as I review them on the phone?
Yeah, I guess so. If anything, I guess it would be good to know what my options are.
And thank you for giving me the opportunity to educate you on our support options. I have sent you the link, so please let me know once you have received the link before I start going over the support contract options.
I got it now. Go ahead.
All right, we have 3 levels of support contract options to choose from. The first option is the Premier Pro Support for Home contract. This option will extend your coverage beyond our standard 90-day tech support and limited 1-year warranty, giving you VIP coverage for any and every possible scenario. This option starts as low as $19.99 for 2 years. The second option is the Premier Pro Support for Business contract. The business contract has all the home support features, but also includes professional configuration and setup assistance priced at $54.99 for 2 years.
What about if I need support for every device?
In that case, the third option may work best for you. That is the Premier Pro Support package. This contract covers all of your networking products, regardless of whether you purchased from Premier Telco. Desktops and notebook PCs, PC accessories, and certain software such as Windows OS, MS Office, and Adobe Acrobat. Since this plan is the most extensive, it comes in 4 payment plan options.
Wait a minute. Does this include any devices purchased for my business?
Yes. It would also include printers, scanners, fax machines, USB devices, and sound cards. Would you like to purchase the Premier Pro Support package?
Okay, yeah, definitely. This is great. I can write all this off as a business expense, and it's going to end up being less expensive than purchasing the individual support plans. Yeah, let's go ahead and purchase the 2-year plan for, let's do the $249.99 option.
That's a great choice, Jordan. To complete the purchase of the Premier Pro Support package, a 2-year plan for $249.99, would you like to use the credit card we have on file ending in 1234?
Yeah, sure, that works.
Your Premier Pro Support package support contract is now active. You should receive an email within the next 24 hours with all the plan information and a receipt of the purchase. What else can I assist you with today?
Nothing. You've been great.
You're very welcome, Jordan. I'm so happy I could support and assist you today. Thank you for calling Premier Telco. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye.
This is during the call, how the AI will help the agent. And after the call ends, it will get you like the promise management, whatever promise happened during the call. So the agent makes sure he fulfill all the promises, just to send the emails or utilize an RPA to do it. Also, we can get the call summarization immediately after the call ends and the call categorization. So this will save a lot of the agent time in order just to make him ready for the next call. So in this scenario, we see like how the agent assistant help the agent when the call start to have a wizard-like, and when it's come to have like an opportunity for upsell or cross-sell, it's bring it up immediately. When there is a notification or additional information required from knowledge base, it's come from the right side as a notification. And it's also enabled the multi-modal communication, which is like have a visual communication between the agent and customers to facilitate the customer onboarding or to upsell and cross-sell, because he sees the plans, he sees how the options there, he can navigate all the options, and he can agree on all these facilities. So this is something we do it very much. Beside that, we also have that sentiment analysis. So based on that, you can notice like down there is like a sentiment, a customer sentiment. He starts like frustrated about the service, and it's end up like with a happy customer with upsell opportunity already closed. So this will help the customer very much. And again, will help agent as well, because agents usually have a lot of calls, and they have like not an easy environment to handle some hard calls. Providing all this information, this will make their job is really easier, and to provide an accurate data which comply with the regulator and the company policies. So this is like have a standard way just to move from one step to the next one, and make sure that the right questions asked at the right time and get the actual confirmation. Because doing a sale on phone, it's not like something you can getting like not accurate answer. If he says, okay, maybe I think about it, let's see. So it's required like the clear yes. So this is something like need to be clarified during the call, and the wizard like will help the agent to ask the right question at the right time. So we make sure that we follow the policies and no penalties come from the regulator. So as a use case for U-Assist, we can find like we have like an implementation for the U-Assist in DirecTV, which is part of the telecom service provider. And the impact of that is average handling time reduced by 2.5 minutes, with less than more than 40% of the call duration. Why? Because we have the consistent way to handle all the requests. We ask the right questions, and the AI bring all the data immediately, and I don't need to spend the time just to figure out where this data is stored and how to fetch this data from other system. Do I need to log in again to other system, and so on. So this will facilitate the agent life. And also this is like increase the sales conversion rate by 2%. And also it's like reduce the training and the agent onboarding to the call centers from weeks to a couple of days. So this is like the value that we can bring for customers and for the agents in U-Assist. So I'll take a pause here just to see if you have any question related to the U-Assist product before I move to U-Analyze.
If I may.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you very much, Mamoun, for the great intro. Thank you, Hani, for the demo. I found it really informative. So back what has been mentioned at the beginning about the platform approach, and I definitely love that approach that you are adopting in order to build like a comprehensive solution that would support, the customer experience and come up with the exceptional customer journey. But my question here, is it possible for the customers to get exactly what they want? I mean, is it something that you, Unifor, can customize, can tailor in order to specifically fulfill, like the requirements exactly, nothing more and nothing less? So what is the possibility of that if you could just elaborate more on that? Thank you very much.
Yeah, actually, we can provide like a custom implementation for you, depend on your requirement and line of business you want to start with and the use cases. Why? Because we have like different products, and you can start with one of them. You don't need just to start with the full package. This is one part. The other part, we have like the no-code, low-code designer, which enable us to build the call flow, the use case exactly in your way. As long as we have this platform, This will enable you as an end user to have the ability to change it and to test it across the simulator before populate this for your agent or for your customers. So the way we can do it based on this platform, which is like the X platform, on top of that, we have the Interact, which is like no code, low code platform. This will give us the ability to build like a tailored call flow, a tailored solution for you using the existing product. As a product side, we will not change anything because the product support the experience of having multiple scenarios, and you can design it your way. So this is how we deal with the different line of businesses. This is how we deal with the different customer requests and so on. So we can help for sure in building this at the first stage. And again, you can change it at any time in easy way because it's not required a coding to change the script or to change the flows or to change the notification or anything. It will be like an easy experience for everyone. I hope I answered your question.
I think I want to add to this question a few things. I think there is something that is tactical that maybe you haven't mentioned at the beginning. That first, our solution can be deployed. We have a flexible deployment model. So it can be on a premise, can be hybrid, can be on a public cloud. We're already on a public cloud, or it can be on a hybrid model or a cloud if you're choosing. You can choose any cloud you can deploy. That's number one. Number two is we support multi-languages. So we can, and languages, and not only that, but on the dialects, we are on Arabic 2.0. So we support Arabic multiple dialects. We have the solution implemented in many places on the Gulf now. And we support Arabic on Gulf, on Saudi language, on UAE language, on Qatari language, on Levant language, on Egypt accent. So we support that. So that's number two. Number three is what Hani mentioned, is the level of the low-code, no-code, and the workflow, and so on and so forth. And the ability is to bring this capability because we are platform-based. You can think about it as a Lego approach, and you can bring that to deploy the products based on your requirements. And actually, AI in general is a business conversation all the time because you get this capability, you get the tune, you get the analytics, you get the conversation. But eventually, how you're going to stitch that together and how you're going to put it and how you're going to deal with the analytics, how you're going to aggregate the KPIs, how you're going to create the workflows. So it's always a business conversation. Now, to that end, Unifor does something as well unique because we have almost 1,500 enterprise customers and we're very well versed in telco. We start seeing some rhythm on the customer, some commonality, some patterns. So what we did, we created what we call TTV, time to value packages. And they are industry specific packages. So we started creating the model. We started looking at what use case has been built. We start model it based on the industry. So we have specific industry packages for telco, for example. I think Hani will talk about this maybe towards the end, but that's a good thing to mention it. And that will help us as a good starting point. So we can go in and say, that's how the organizations use the AI for account management, for revenue management, if you want to do upselling on the conversation, for revenue insights, and so on and so forth. So we build a telco-driven AI model that can start as a base. And I think about it as, and by the way, we do not charge for it. We give it away to the customer. We give it away. And it's a win-win case for us and the customer. Customer has what I call automated consulting. It has a starting point with best practices. And for us, this is lower the implementation time. So it's a win-win case for everybody. So we have a multiple approach actually to take and deliver the best way possible to customize the solution and bring best practices at the get-go. All right, go ahead, Hani. Any other question? Go ahead if you have anybody.
Now I will shed a light on the U-Analyze, which is like the post-call analytics, because this is usually start with the quality management team when they focus on the analyzing the call and the conversation of the call center. They take a random sampling of less than 1% of the call, and based on that they judge on different KPIs. So what we are doing in U-Analyze, we are handling 100% of the calls, 100% of email communication, 100% of the chat communication between agent and customer. So any conversation start with the customer, we listen to it, we understand it, we analyze it, we get all the component from that, like keyword, key phrases, emotional analytics, and we have like tonal analytics. And based on that, we will have like a base data lake, which contain all the information that coming from the massive number of calls and the transaction. On top of that, we build a business intelligence layer to provide us with a dashboard, wallboard, and detailed report, statistical report. These report and dashboard can help two purposes. One of the operational KPIs and operational metrics, and the other one is about the business metrics. For operational, it could be like agent performance, call drivers, customer satisfaction. But when it's come to the business unit and business user, they are looking to two different aspects, and they are looking to like a collection, looking for the compliance, looking for the sales, upsell, and cross-sell. So this is something related to the business unit, and they don't care much about the operational. So we have like the way we design our portal, which is like the YouAnalyze portal, in order to serve the agent, the quality management, the business unit, and the management themselves, in order just to fulfill all the stakeholders' need and requirements. So I will leave you now with a video just to explain the YouAnalyze. Then I can show you some demo about the some screenshot about the reporting that we can provide. They can take a further discussion after that. So this is the conversational analytics, which is like the last part of the conversation and the customer journey. And here is the video start.
Every conversation holds valuable information that could be used to strengthen your customer satisfaction score, improve agent performance, and increase profitability. However, less than 1% of customer interactions are actually being analyzed to leverage these insights. Introducing YouAnalyze, a conversational analytics solution that supports languages across the globe and analyzes 100% of all customer engagements across voice, chat, and email. YouAnalyze leverages artificial intelligence to extract actionable insights that helps to drive customer experience, quality management, agent performance, and compliance. Meet Kathy, Megan, and Hank. They all work at Premier Time. Premier Time wants to scale and needs to improve their customer satisfaction score, enhance agent performance, and increase sales, while making sure all of their industry's compliance requirements are being met. With YouAnalyze, companies are able to build customized reports to support the needs of different departments and use cases. Kathy is the VP of Customer Experience. She wants to understand the customer journey and get a better sense of the root cause for low customer satisfaction scores. YouAnalyze captures both the agent and customer's sentiments to provide a more accurate representation of the customer's experience. Avoiding the cost of focus groups and the limited insights from surveys, Kathy has a richer view of what her customer's sentiment and is able to drill into the data using keyword spotting to understand reasons behind their sentiments, allowing Kathy to build a data-informed plan to improve her company's CSAT. Using YouAnalyze, she can easily identify and view all the engagements that were part of a customer's journey, allowing her to understand the sentiments and breakpoints along the journey that are hurting the customer experience and also hurting CSAT. Megan is a quality manager. She is key in helping Premier Time improve agent performance. YouAnalyze takes the guesswork of what calls to listen to and avoids the need to listen to entire calls by highlighting the key moments, saving Megan valuable time. Also, with an agent feedback log built in, Megan can review agent performance and provide feedback relating to key moments of the interaction to the agent, accelerating the agent coaching process. Hank is the contact center VP at Premier Time. YouAnalyze allows Hank to discover trending topics and to help build effective promotions, offers, and messaging to drive sales. Hank also leverages YouAnalyze to build an automated checking of disclosures process, reducing the time and cost previously spent while increasing compliance accuracy rate. Hank, Megan, and Kathy are well on their way to achieve Premier Time's goals using YouAnalyze. With interactive dashboards that can be customized to solve for different needs, the team is confident they will have access to the insights they need to take a data-informed approach to optimizing Premier Time. YouAnalyze, customized insights to drive performance. Visit unifor.com to learn more.
Very much what we are doing in YouAnalyze. And there's like some sample of the reports that we can get. Based on that we can have like the operational KPIs like agent performance. We're looking into different business rules like agent politeness, agent approving, call closing, sticking with the script, showing empathy. And this based on these like the agent parameters, we can have like on daily basis the agent trends based on the 100% of call and transaction that managed by the agent, so we can understand what is going on. And down there you can find like the agent performance. You can see the quartile chart, which shows like most of the agent doing on the average level, but some of them like has like red dot there, which is like outlier call. That means something wrong happened in this call. And you can see on the other side like a green dot. That means like a really outstanding call happened there. So based on the parameters and the agree that we're looking into it, so we can understand who's performing well, and when it's a drop, we can click on that to drill down and to see what happened during that call. So this is one way to look into the data. The same data we can look into it in different way, which is like QRC, which is like query, request, complaint, and the subcategorization of this one. If there is a complaint, I want to know why the complaint is coming. Is it because of the service, because of money, because of like the quality of the product, or the fees? So you need to know what is going on in your call center. Then you can adjust your business offering for the customers. And this is also about the queries. You can get like maybe provide additional information on website or mobile application just to make sure what the missing part of the information and the queries that come to be asked frequently. And this will give you like the percentage of each category for the query drive. When it comes to the customer analysis, we are looking at two different parameters, which is like the core resolution, churn keywords, competitor mention. So I want to understand if the customer is mentioning competitor, that means this is like an opportunity for churn. So I want to retain this customer. So I need maybe to change my offering and just to satisfy him in a way or another within the policies in order just to make him part of my continuous customers. And we have like also the customer appreciation, escalation, irritate. So all these parameters we looking into it, and even repeat calls. If the customer say, I'm calling you for the second time and no one responds to my request, so this is something we look into it very much. Based on that, we have like the customer trend on daily basis, so you can understand what is going on, the customer sentiment and the customer satisfaction on daily basis before this has come to be like some post on the social media to complain about the services and so on. So this will give us very much about the NPS, Net Promoter Score, versus customer satisfaction. And you can see also the sentiment, the trend down there. So this is sample of the reports that we are providing in operational level. When it's come to the business level, we have like the renewal. If you want to see if the renewal services is getting renewed or not, so this chart will give you more about like the non-renewal reasons. Why people not renewing the services with me? Is it because of money, service, or time? Is it about, and how the agent is performing for the renewal, and who's doing better in the renewal? And in the same level, we can go for the sales to understand the sales parameter that happened during the call. So it's the same call, it's the same source of data, but I look into it with a different filter, with a different parameters. So for the sales, I'm looking like for upsell, cross-sell, a promise to pay, promise to register with that service, and so on. This will give me like a probability slab, so I can understand what is the forecasting for the coming period, what the forecasting for the next month, next week of the sales. And you can see this is like PI tool, so you can slice and dice, drill down in order to see each agent or if your contact center, how much he contribute to the sales or any other business KPI. The way we look into the call, we have like a detailed way to look into the call, which is like to segregate the agent voice from the customer and to see the sentiment analysis. We have the full transcript will be there. This is support Arabic 100%. And we have all the parameters that coming during the call, and we can build on top of that. Out of the box, we have more than 300 reports ready as a ready-made packages, as Mamoun explained, time to value, which is like a domain-specific packages built for like telco, and we have for other domains as well. But we have it like very much for telco because we work with the biggest telco in US, and we have like, let's say, the common functionality, the common KPIs they are looking to it, we can utilize the same, and we can customize if it's required. So we can start with the implementation with 65% of the implementation already done, because all these parameters already predefined and configured into the system, and we can build on top of that just to reach out to the higher level of the value that we can gain from the solution. So we have a use cases also for you analyze, and this will give us like ability to handle like post-call analytics with 100% of call monitoring, automating the quality management, providing dashboard for a different KPIs, operational and business KPIs, and also we can have like a churn analysis. So this will help us in business analysis in order to know how to retain the customers with our organization. And for sure, this will improve the customer and the agent experience. So this is very much about the you analyze. I know I took like extra 5 minutes from your time, but I would like to hear from you if you have any questions or a further discussion on this product. I would like to answer some of them now. And if we'd like to have like a further discussion, we can arrange one-to-one meeting with the marketing team can reach out to you to make sure that we can have a detailed discussion about your cases and your requirement specifically.
Do you mean accuracy? So for us, we are almost language agnostic in terms of like when we say we support a language, we reach it to the accuracy. Of course, there's some like English and Hindi was there before, because Unifor actually started in India first, and then our headquarters now is in Palo Alto. But actually, this is important for our support for global languages. So the way we support like Philippine language, the Japanese language, the Arabic language, and so on and so forth. This is give a good Unifor is not kind of like a US only kind of like English is the whole world kind of situation. So our footprint as an international support for language was first. So we're very good at the language support in general, and we value that. And almost third of Unifor business is actually coming from Asia side in this part of the world. So we are so much focused into that. So eventually from us, when we commit for a language, we commit to it to reach to all the same accuracy in general. So it's not we're agnostic from that element. Communication between all the departments that are connected to the customer service call center in achieving the goal, the customer journey in the telecom. That's an excellent question. So actually, Mohammed, this is actually at the heart of what we did as expansion. As an expansion from a contact center area into from customer engagement into the other organization. And I will lead with this. So I'll answer your question directly, and I give one other analogy that we had before. So the answer to that question, because we actually has a platform, for us, we can expand in any other organizational use case with ACE. So, for example, if we wanted to say, I wanted to leverage what is happening on that conversation, I want to make sure that the people in the back office are aware of all that conversation, and they leverage the AI to guide them based on what is the customer is conversing as well. So what the customer is saying, like you look at the KPI, you think you're great, but your customer might be not talking very well about your product. So you wanted that to feed into the organization. So that is one of the elements that is a higher use case, that we can leverage the same AI guidance behind on the organizational side. So that is a next level. In the normal, regular way, we can actually, when people conversing in the contact center, when we have an RBA that is communicating, we can actually follow that process as well towards the end, towards the other back office workers as well. The other elements is, as we provide analytics, the analytics part can feed into different units as well, because it can be some marketing elements, some sales elements, some quality elements. So these actually data and these reports can feed into the right organization, to the right elements on the organization as well. So that is on the tactical side. But on the strategic side, as I said, we can take the same capability within that we does, like the assistance for the agents or conversing with the customer or analytics side, and we can expand this within the platform, and we can take it to the organizational side. So that is a higher level, and we can expand into this, like we call it AI for enterprise. We use our knowledge, we use all the capability that you've seen, we use it across the build use cases for the enterprise. We can expand into this concept extremely well. So thanks a lot and wish you a great day.